Modern Warfare, the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Hey guys, so it's not every year that we see a new COD and hype it up beyond belief. Oh wait, yeah it is. It's every bloody year. Now before we get started today, I do have to thank Activision for flying me out to my bedroom for this Modern Warfare Remastered gameplay. But seriously guys, hear me out here. I think with some opinions, but even some facts, Modern Warfare looks like it has the best potential to be good than any recent COD. And once again, yes, we do say that every year, and I look like a bloody clown. Activision, Infinity Ward, sit your dumb asses down and listen, because how about we don't F this game up? You know, can we arrange for you to do that, please? We've had a few days to digest everything that we saw at the multiplayer reveal, and I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna heckin' say it, that Modern Warfare could easily be the best and most popular COD in recent years. And I want to say that's not a... well, it is, but I'm not talking a personal opinion standpoint, because you might love Black Ops 3, you might hate Black Ops 3, but your opinion aside, it's the most popular recent COD. Yeah, in the eyes of the community, the entire community, Black Ops 3 just seems to be up there for some reason, and Modern Warfare, I think, could easily beat it unless something terrifically wrong goes wrong. I am a seasoned COD veteran. I have my fanboy card right here. I've been playing since 2006, so I've seen the highs, I've seen the lows, I've been through the cycle many times, and I can tell you, despite the setting, the studio, the this and that, which are all important behind a COD game, the thing that separates the multiplayers from good to bad, great, bloody abysmal, is the fundamentals of what builds the game. And I sound like an absolute... and that is, right, the maps, the streaks, and the weapons. And like I said, there are other things, but those are like the main pillars of importance. From what we have seen, it looks like it's doing all of those things outstandingly. Not perfect, but pretty damn well. So far, the maps, I would say it's very early days to know about the map, but the maps just look like they belong in Modern Warfare games. It is older style COD map design, and like I said, it's early days to truly tell how good or bad they are, and we've only seen a couple, but there's variety in the maps. So if there are just a handful of good to great maps in this game, that could go so far, because I know maps are... something tells me maps are pretty important to a COD game. So if there's a good amount, a good variety, and some actual good design mixed in there too, hopefully that's rare to come by, that will go a very long way. Now the streaks in this game already, and once again, we haven't seen all of them, but they are hot. They are hot like white phosphorus. You know, like seriously, the Harrier, the Jug, Chopper Gunner, AC-130, Pavlo, it's just so good. I'm gonna say it, right? I think this list of streaks might already be the best since Black Ops 2, beating out Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, and then the other games. It seems like after 2 of their own games, this new Infinity Ward has finally realised that big, powerful, beefy boy streaks is a good thing. Sledgehammer should have learned that too. Once again, it looks like classic Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 power of streaks here, and that's only a good thing, unless you're getting absolutely clapped, absolutely pounded by those streaks. Now the weapons section, the accessories in the gunsmith bench thing is epic. The amount of weapons, the gunplay, the time to kill, everything looks good. However, there is something pretty damn ugly in there, and that is that pretty much every attachment has an upside and a downside, a pro and a con. I don't really like that, you know, having a con to like all the attachments. It was like, oh wow, now this happens because I added this, you know, it's maybe just too complicated for my brain. But even just for smaller things which go a long way is launchers, pistols. There's already more launchers and pistols confirmed for this game than like Black Ops 3 had, World War II, all the past CODs have had, since like COD Ghosts. You know, like after COD Ghosts they started launching with less weapons because of DLC weapons, but even then it didn't make up for it. And there you have it. There's the concept, the philosophy that if you take those important things that are already confirmed for this game and compare them to recent CODs, any recent COD from like the past 4 or 5 years, this game is already looking in better shape The maps, interesting, too early to tell if they're good or bad. Weapons, looking good. Streaks, very good. A pro player, I think it might have been Aches, tweeted out something, and I totally agree that Modern Warfare looks more like COD than all the futuristic CODs. You know, and people say, oh, it doesn't look like COD, it's Battlefield, it's... No, this is COD, man. This is it. Obviously, there's a massive discussion about the mini-map and it not existing in the community right now, but all I'm going to say on this is I don't really know how to feel about it. I need time on the game, but also a great thing is that Infinity Ward have said they're going to listen to us and they're going to test stuff in the beta to see what the feedback is, and they will make according changes. Wow, imagine those big brain plays actually listening to when there's an outcry from the community. Sledgehammer, Treyarch, listen the heck up. So I'm guessing one weekend of the beta is going to have a minimap, one isn't. Then they're going to collect the data and see how they're going to move on from there. They're basically saying that they're open to changing it, and maybe even changing other stuff based on community feedback. Anyway guys, remember earlier when I was saying about the most important things to a COD multiplayer to separate the good from the bad and the rest is the maps for streaks and the weapons. Like I said, there are other really important things, but those are like the base fundamentals. To like prove this theory to you, remember Black Ops 3? We were just talking about how it's the most popular, seemingly the best COD in recent years, yet it's a futuristic jetpack hero shooter with vile, disgusting, deceitful microtransactions. It's infested, and I'm not hating on the game, I like it, but it's infested with stuff that the community despises, and yet it was popular, and yet people think it's the best. Why? Because it does, despite those bad things, it does those fundamentals of maps, weapons and streaks just better than the rest, better than Advanced Warfare, Ghosts, World War II and IW, and Black Ops 4 too. Well, in the opinions of most of the community apparently. Which is why Modern Warfare can easily overcome that if it has better maps, more maps, better streaks, which I would say it already does, better and more weapons and weapon balancing. Then there are other stuff, right, like post-launch content, microtransactions, listening to community feedback, talking to the community, and just honestly a ton of other stuff. Which brings me to, it can be even better, even more of a positive experience if Infinity Ward can go the extra mile, surprising us with, I don't know, something like War Mode from World War II, having like weekend updates, like with special modes, having prestige rewards and leaderboards and combat records at launch, all the stuff like that, all the great stuff, if they can go the extra mile. Anyway guys, I'm out of breath, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, stay spicy, that was all jumbled. Cheers.